Hello, welcome to Sonofdel's life vlog on this, the 1st of August. It's been an okay month actually. The weather's been absolutely fantastic. We've had a little bit of wind, but it's been mainly sitting outside reading. So coming up today, I've got the unboxing of my horror box subscription, which I'm not sure if it's for June or July because I still haven't figured out what they're up to yet. I've got an unboxing of a new shirt because I'll explain why later. I've also got book reviews to do. I've got since my last vlog, and the last word today is justice, and it's a really strong one today because I'm not very happy. So coming up first, we've got the unboxings of the horror box subscription for June or July 2026.
3, 2, 1.
So here we go, folks. I've got my unboxing of my horror box subscription box for July, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's new. I've not even opened it because it's still got, as you can see, all the red stuff in it. So let's see what we get, shall we? This time I have remembered I've got my scissors on standby. Right, we start with the second handbook. Now at least I know one thing, it can't be Lacey's story because I've had that twice. Snip, snip, snip and snip. Excuse me, a little bit throaty. See what we've got. Oh yeah, this one is a, oh, what we got? Oh, it's a second-hand book by V. Castro and it's called Immortal Pleasures. I won't ask what that's about yet. What does it say? The actual thing says, Castro remains masterful at blending the monstrous and the sacred in examining the darkest parts of women's lives. Ooh. Yeah, it's called Immortal Pleasures. It looks a bit, yeah, and that does. And that's V. Castro, and that's my second-hand book. Right, what have we got here? New book. The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. Has a title in it, by Philip Fracassi. You can see, hold it back a bit, light shining on it, there you go. Great title in it, The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. That's new book 1. Got another one here. Oh, got all back. Nice. This one is Stephen Graham Jones and it is Killer on the Road. I like the cover. Reminds me of the old Stephen King one. Was it Jewel, was it called, I think? What does it say? Oh, it doesn't. It just says thrilling, illiterate, scary and immersive. Literate, not illiterate. Sorry. My words. A palm-sweating slasher that both satisfies and subverts its genre conventions. There's a gobful. So there we have it. There you go, out of the way. And it is Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones. Me goodie bag, as always, with me drinks in. I've had some unusual ones just lately, actually. I've had a couple of decent hot chocolate ones in. We'll just see what's in this one, see if there's anything different. Cornish tea, coffee bag, another coffee bag, yeah, a bit of everything. The usual suspects. I have a patch, Appalachia Park Service. Hold it out the light, there you go. If I do that and then zoom back, you can see that without the light. Sorry, the light's shining on it, hold on. Appalachia Park Service. That's that. And the bar is a OT flapjack. Oh, I don't mind flapjacks. Quite like flapjacks actually. OT flapjack. That's that one. I've got a. Oh, I've got all sorts here. Oh my word! What? Remember a character from the 90s called Mr. Blobby? I'll have about a horror version of him. With many tentacles by the look of that. That's a strange one having there. So yeah, like a dark version of Mr. Blobby, if you like. Got my usual bookmarks. The normal one, which is in every box. This one, oh, One Wish Willow. Amaze your friends, you only get one wish. Have you seen the film? Have you seen the film? It is absolutely, I mean, what's it called? Obsession? No. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it is absolutely brilliant. And it says, spark the middle and break in half. Usage, open the package to a magical jingle and a fun pop surprise. Hold the one wish, break it in half and make that wish. And if you've watched Obsession, you will know that be careful what you wish for, because it's a really good horror film. And that one is basically a bookmark on that, which I think is very cool. One Wish Willow. That's the product that he actually uses in the programme. I've got another little one here which says, keep it creepy, keep it horror. Don't know what that's about, but I'll find out. Horror publishing or something. So, there you go. Keep it creepy, keep it horror. There you go. And I've also got, last but not least, we owe you a boot plate for your featured boot, Killer on the Road. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. They're locked in a battle apparently, but I will be getting my boot plate. That isn't a boot plate, that's just a letter apologising because there isn't one. So I've got my 2 bookmarks. I've got my oak bar. I've got my weird Mr. Blobby, which still freaks me out a bit, that does actually. Look at that, real creepy. Yeah, Mr. Blobby. My second-hand book, which is a bit, looks a bit, Immortal Pleasures by V. Franco, is it? V. Castro, sorry, V. Castro. My horror book, Killer on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones, which doesn't look bad at all. Me Appalachia Park Service patch, and my book The Autumn Spring Retirement Home Massacre, which sounds interesting. And that is what is in my horror box subscription for July 2026. Now it's time for my book reviews, and I've got quite a few actually. If you look at this picture now, these are all the books I've read this month. As you can see, there's a fair few. Now, as you can also see in this picture, there are 5 or 6 from the same series, and they are the Graham Masterton books from the Katie Maguire series, which I'll be reviewing as one book. One book, because they all fit together nicely. The others I will do individually, just 3 more. So we'll start off with the Katie Maguire books. Now these are the pictures of the ones I've read. Unbeknownst to me, a while ago when I was getting 3 for 5 from the works, when we were down there once, we picked a few, me and Deb did, this is obviously going back a few years now, and I picked up 2 books, one called Dead Girls Dancing, and I think the other one was called Almost Dead or something like that. Anyway, I didn't realise that they were books in this series, and they're not the earliest books in this Katie Maguire series. They're quite later on, and I didn't know this was a series of books. So I've caught up, and I've read 7 or 8 of them. These what you can see in the picture, these what you just saw in the picture, plus I've read 2 others as well, and I'm on another one now, so called Begging to Die, but I won't be reviewing that one till August. Now Katie Maguire, the Katie Maguire books are set in Ireland. She is a Cork detective, DI to start with, I think, or a DS, well anyway. Anyway, it's basically about all these different things that happen, murders, kidnappings, all sorts of stuff, political stuff and everything. Now what I love about them is, because Graham Masterton was a horror writer before, and I've read a lot of Graham Masterton books, believe me, he's been able to incorporate horror into his detective novels. And when I say horror, I mean horror. Some of the ways he describes these killings are grisly, and you've got to have a good stomach if you want to read these books. But as a series, I would definitely give them 9 out of 10 because they keep you gripped all the way through. And there's so many twists and turns and relationships in the background that are going on and stuff. And it all makes for a very, very exciting read. Now, like I said, I'm on Begging to Die at the moment, which I think is about book 9 or something, or 10. And they are absolutely fantastic. I would recommend them to anybody who likes detective fiction. I would also like anybody who likes Graham Masterton. These are literally, you could class them as horror because some of the stuff in them, like I said, is gruesome as hell. But yes, I would definitely give them 9 out of 10. And that's the Katie Maguire novels from Graham Masterton. Now, this is a book which I wouldn't normally read, but it was in with my horror box, and it's called Feast While You Can. Now, what it basically is it's about a woman who's in I think it's a Spanish or a Mexican city, maybe Mexican, I can't tell anyway. But anyway, she's in somewhere that's like foreign city, and she is the female of this family. And this family have got like a good standing in the village, you know, everybody knows them, everybody understands them, etc, etc. And what it basically is, it's this might sound horrible how I'm going to say this now, it's a lesbian horror. It's a lesbian horror story, basically. It's about a monster that attaches itself to somebody, and then they have to try and figure out why, what it's doing, what it wants, etc, etc. Now, there is a lot, you know, there's a bit of lesbianism in there. You go and have that because I think the lesbian writers, I think anyway, I'm 99% certain that I read at the back that the 2 people who wrote it are married and they live in Germany, I think. Anyway, the story is really, really good, and the good news is that they don't let the lesbianism side of it take over the story. The story is really good. It's quite dark. It'll have you wondering what's going on, and it's got a nice twist as well. So, yeah, all in all, I'd definitely give it 7 out of 10. Because I've never read anything by these people, and it's somebody called Michaela Clements, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Anjuli Date. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but anyway. So, yeah, it's called Feast While You Can, and I would give it 7 out of 10. And yeah, it is worth reading. It is worth reading, definitely. So 7 out of 10 for that one. Now this one is one of short stories called All Who Wander Are Lost, Destination Horror Stories by Gemma Amor. Now I've read another book by Gemma Amor, and it wasn't too bad at all. I think I reviewed it in my last vlog actually. Now these are very, very clever. They basically about all the when you go on holiday and you go to different destinations, you might think of a horror story connected with that particular destination, and that's what these basically are. They're basically short stories based on places that Gemma Amor has visited, and she's made horror stories out of them. Now some of them are really, really, really good, and as short stories, because I don't read a lot of short stories, you see, so as short stories go, this one's definitely worth an 8 out of 10. Some of them are a bit risque, you know, they're a bit, well, hey man, that's a bit rough. So they can be a little bit, you know, stomach churning, shall we say, but they are really, really well written. And as you can see from the cover, it's not exactly the most pleasant cover, is it? But it just says, First Landing, State Park, Antarctica, Mongolia, France, Norway, Ireland, Somerset, Egypt, a giant glacier in an unnamed land. That's basic of the gist of the stories. There's a story set in each of those, and some of them are downright creepy. And for that book, excuse me, for that book I'd give it 8 out of 10, and that's All Who Wander Are Lost by Gemma Amor. 8 out of 10. Now, I decided to have a break from my usual genre of books because I read detective novels and horror novels, and I've never really been a spy novel or secret agent novel sort of person, but I decided to give it a bash because I'd heard so many good things about it, and it's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and I thought I'd give it a bash, you know, see how I got on with it, because it's a thick book, as you can see. It's nigh on 900 pages. And let's just say I could hardly put it down. It is absolutely brilliant. I can't believe I've waited this long before reading it. And I've actually, as you can see from after this, I'll show you some unboxings of the books that I've actually had this month. And I've actually bought the set of the Tom Clancy books. Some of them are Jack Ryan books, and some, like this one, are John Clark books. Now this one is set in England, starts off in England because that's where they're based in Hereford, Rainbow Six. It's a covert operation that's been set up by multinational countries, and what they basically do is they go and they sort out problems when other people can't. So say there's an embassy that's been raided and they've taken hostages. These are the people you call in. And it's really, really good because there's a lot of espionage in there. There's a lot of thrill in there. There's really a lot of thrill in there. There's a lot of deaths in there, which, you know, and it's terrorism as well. And also a bit like a James Bond type plot in it, you know, somebody who wants to rule the world kind of thing. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic read, and I would definitely give this one 9 out of 10 as well. It is absolutely brilliant. If you've never read Rainbow Six, now I always knew that there was a game of Rainbow Six, but I always found it a bit, I'm not really into all them sort of games. I'm not into these running around in an army base and shooting people out and stuff like that. Other than Wolfenstein, that's about as far as I go, and that's fantasy obviously. But as a book, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and I've actually got a proper cover of it now, but this is the one I read, I would definitely give it 9 out of 10, and it's a must read, and that's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Brilliant, brilliant book. So that's my book reviews, but now you're going to see the books that I've actually bought this month. Okay, I've got a book haul for you. Now, the first 10, yes, there is a lot. The first 10 books are brand new. Now, the reason I've got these books is because, as you saw from my book reviews, I have read one Tom Clancy book, and it was Rainbow Six, and it was nearly 1,000 pages, 897 or something like that, and it is brilliant. I was absolutely amazed by it. Now, I don't normally buy that sort of book. They're not usually my sort of espionage thrillers, but it's brilliant. I would recommend it to anybody. It has got everything in there: excitement, thrills, bad guys, good guys, flipping conspiracies, everything you can think of. And I liked it that much that I went on to Amazon, and I'd got some Amazon vouchers, and I've also had some birthday money. I'll explain that in a minute. And I decided to get a pack. Well, I wanted the John Clark books, and also Ryan, you know, as in the TV series, Jack Ryan. And I wanted some of the books. So I got 10, and I got 10 for 50 quid. Now, bear in mind, that's only £5 a book. And when you think of how thick the books are, and the first one, they're not in any particular order, by the way, is called Without Remorse. That one is a John Clark novel. Some are John Clark and some are Jack Ryan. Some of them have been made into films, by the way. You'll know the name of some of the films. This is a Jack Ryan one, and that's The Bear and the Dragon. The next one is another Jack Ryan one. Look at the size of that. That's a beast. That's got to be 1,000 pages, isn't it? 1,359 pages I've got to read of that one. And that one is Executive Orders. And that's another Jack Ryan one. There's 10 of them, like I say. This one is another Jack Ryan one, and it's called 0 Hour. That one's a bit more manageable, isn't it? A bit thinner. That one's Jack Ryan's 0 Hour. The next one, another Jack Ryan one, Weapons Grade. Yeah, I'm going to end up getting the full collection of these because I think they're a brilliant set of books. This one's another Jack Ryan one called Debt of Honour. Debt of Honour. The one I read, and it came in the set anyway, so I now own it new because it was second hand, and that is Rainbow Six, and that is a fantastic read. It really is good. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Another Jack Ryan one is Flashpoint. Now, I think this one's been made into a film. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has. The Sum of All Fears. I think this one's been made into a film. I'm 99% certain. And it's a Jack Ryan one again. And Tom Clancy's Red Winter is another Jack Ryan one. And all 10 of them, which must be a good 9,000 pages of anybody's money. And all that lot cost me 50. So that's £5 per book. And they are brand new. That's what's good about them. They are brand new and they will go fantastic on my bookcase. But now I've got another surprise for you, because I've ordered a lot of books off a company called World of Books. Now the reason I'm putting this on here is because I've never used them before, and they're second-hand books, but they say they're in good condition. So you're going to find out at the same time as me what World of Books are like. Now every single one of them is a Graham Masterton book, I'm pretty sure of it. And each one of them, it's like a bag within a bag, isn't it? Cool. I've got a lot to show you, so let's see what quality we're getting, shall we? Because they are second hand, so you don't expect them to be perfect. Right, the first one is Family Portrait. Now that's not in bad nick at all, actually. That's Graham Masterton again. These are all second hand, remember. It's not bad, not bad, not bad. That one is called Family Portrait. This one is called The Children God Forgot. These are all horror, by the way. Although no, I think there's a couple of detective ones in this as well. That's the first lot. There's 3 lots to get through, so. Now these, I think, are part of the detective novels that I'm reading. What's her name? Katie Price, is it? Yeah, Katie Maguire, sorry, Katie Price. What an idiot. Katie Maguire, sorry, I'm miles away. Dead Men Whistling. Second hand. Yeah, all these second hand, remember. Begging to Die. That's another one, another Katie Maguire one. And Blood Sisters. Now this one is the next one in the series that I've got to read. This is what I didn't have. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Blood Sisters, and that's Graham Masterton, as you can see. They're all Graham Masterton, like I said. And they're all second hand, so. Now this is the big bag. This is the beast. Again, we'll see what quality. At the moment, I think the quality is excellent, to be honest. For second-hand books, you know, like I said, they're never going to be spotless. You don't expect them to be, because they're second-hand. But, so far, so good. Right, we've got House of Lies, which is a hardback. And if that's second-hand, I'll eat my socks. That looks almost brand new. And that one's called House of Lies. As you can tell, I'm a massive Graham Masterton fan, I really am. Another one here, The House at Phantom Park. The Coven. The Coven. The Ninth Nightmare. The Night Warriors Book 5. The rest of them. The Last Drop of Blood, which looks like an ex-library book, and it actually is. The Last Drop of Blood, again Katie Maguire. Sorry, I'll hold it out like that so you can see it because the light's shining on it. The Last Drop of Blood. The Devil in Grey. It's an older one. The Devil in Grey. And this one is, I know this is going to be in not brilliant condition because it's an omnibus. And it's Tengu, The Devils of D-Day, Mirror and Charnel House, which are 4 of Graham Masterton's fantastic horror film books. They are really, really, really good. I've read all of them, but I wanted it in my collection. Now all that lot, believe it or not, there's how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12 books, and the lot cost me 40, I think it was 40 or 30 something like that, and then a second hand, and that's from a company called World of Books, and they have got thousands of books on there. Literally, you type an author and boom, they are all over. So that is my book haul. So 12 are from World of Books and they are second hand, every one of them, and the other 10 are all from Amazon, and they are all Tom Clancy books and they are brand new. So them are the books that I bought this month. So since my last vlog, it's been a lovely month actually, July, and I've aged. I have aged a year. I am now 54. I was 53. Oh, that's obvious, isn't it? Sorry, I was 54 on the 18th of July. And I had a nice birthday. It was lovely. My sister and my brother-in-law came down and the day before, and I went up there a few days before that. And for my tea, next doors did me a lovely chicken burger with a nice blueberry muffin for afters. Oh, it was brilliant, and we had some cocktails. Yeah, it was fantastic. It really was as good a birthday as I could have had. And other than that, I've done a lot of reading, as you can tell from all my book reviews, and I've basically been taking time out for myself because I've been a bit strange with my mental health just lately. I'm having bizarre dreams that I can't really kind of explain at the moment. And I'm trying to figure out what the bloody hell they mean. I've been watching a lot of TV series as well. Now, one thing I have done is I heard about a film years ago called The Purge. Now, a lot of people have said it's brilliant, other people have said it's crap, etc, etc. So I decided watch them all from the start, and that's the first Purge, The Purge Anarchy, the TV series, and there's the Forever Purge and Purge Election Year and a couple more, I think. And I've watched all of them this month. And I think they're good. I think they're good. As thrillers, they are really good because they keep you on the edge of your seat. And they scare you a bit because it's very realistic. Because if you think about it, I don't know whether you know what The Purge is about, it's basically where the government have decided in order to cut down crime and to let people's emotions run freely, for one day a year, for 12 hours solid, you are allowed to do whatever you want. Murder, rob, arson, anything you want in those 12 hours. You can just say if you fell out with your neighbour, you are legally allowed to go round and slit his throat. You can do that, and it's allowed, which is bizarre concept, a completely bizarre concept, but it works so well in the series because obviously you've got those that are for it, you've got those that are against it, and it's supposed to be somebody called the New Founding Fathers of America that have decided on this. Now, any other time, if you kill anybody, you get a death sentence. Because what they basically do, they take you in, they keep you in, and then on purge night, they just let you out so that you literally are vulnerable to anybody who wants to kill you. So, yeah, but as thrillers, they work really well. And I'm glad I've watched the entire lot now because I've watched both series as well. There's a TV series of The Purge, and I've watched both series of that, and that was really good as well. Yeah, I'd give them 8 out of 10. I really would, honest. I thought they were really good. But after that, I started watching my Blumhouse, it sounds bad, doesn't it? A Blumhouse Blu-ray box set of films. Now, the first 5 were The Purge, and that's what got me into watching the Purge films. Then I watched The Visit, Unfriended, and last night I watched The Boy Next Door, and I watched Ouija. Now, Ouija I'd seen before, and I think it's a good film. It's not a bad film, a good horror. The Visit is bizarre. It's very strange, and it's also a frightening concept. I won't give any more away because I'm giving away spoilers. Unfriended is a very clever one to do with the internet. Again, I won't give any more than that. Just 5 friends on the internet. That's all I'll say. What were the other ones? I've just said them. The Boy Next Door is a thriller. It's a thriller, basically. And I'm just going to get bombarded by my next door's dog, so excuse me for a minute. Sky, come on. Sky, meet my fans. Meet my fans, Sky. He's a good girl. Yeah, you are. Yeah, she's mad. She's mad. Don't trust me. Go on in. Have a quick back scratch. Now she's gone again. So yeah, and then the last one I watched was Ouija, which is a horror film based on kids with a Ouija board, etc, etc, and they've made a few sequels to that, which I'll be watching in the next few days. So yeah, I've been watching TV, because obviously the World Cup's finished now. The debacle of Argentina against England is just absolutely unbelievable. I believe the manager's responsible for that, and he should take full responsibility, because he made a complete balls up of tactics, and he really did. You know, I've been a football manager, so I know what it's like, but he made a balls up of the tactics. Anyway, I'm not going into football, forget all about that. I have made a decision, actually, for something really good, which I'm looking forward to. Now, you remember last year on my vlog, I told you, for Christmas and New Year, I went down to see Sarah and her mum, Janet, which I call Sis and me mum. And I have let them know that if it's okay, I will definitely be going down again this year. I will definitely be going this year. I absolutely love spending time with them. Me and Sarah get on like a house on fire. We really, really do. We have brilliant time when we're down there. We watch a lot of TV. We have nice meals. We have a laugh. We do jigsaws. It's brilliant. And last year, I can honestly say I have never known a fortnight go so quick in my life. And I've been all over the place on holidays and what have you, but it's never gone that quick. It seemed like 1 minute I was arriving and the next thing I was coming home, and it was just unbelievably bizarre. Now, I had hoped to get down to see them in this year, but I've had other things. I've obviously had my holiday to North Wales. I've got a holiday to Cornwall at the end of the month. In September, end of September. I'm also going down a week early to my sister's because I want to go to my bestie's wedding anniversary, because I couldn't get to their wedding last year because they actually had their wedding day on the day I travelled down to Cornwall, and I was beating myself up because I couldn't be there for his big day because he was there for mine, you see, and I wanted to be there for him. So I'm going early this year. Instead of going on the 25th, I'm going on the 18th so I can go to his do on the 20th. But when I told my sister Sarah down in Leicester that I was, if it was okay, I was going to go down. She said it made her day, and that made me feel really good that somebody actually wants me to be there, you know, wants me to spend time with them and enjoy their company and what have you. Because we do get on fantastic, we really do. We always have done. We have done for like 20 years or so. And it's nice that, you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's giving me something to look forward to at the end of the year, because I don't want to spend Christmas here on my own, you know, it can get a bit lonely. But when I'm there at Sarah's, I'm never lonely because, you know, me and Sarah watch telly till ridiculous o'clock, and then I'll go to bed about 11:30 or whatever. And that's it, you know. We were sort of in each other's company all day, except for in the afternoon. I might go upstairs and have a quick half hour or hour if I'm feeling tired or whatever. But yeah, so that's something really exciting I'm looking forward to. All that means is, obviously, I do a vlog on the 1st of every month, but I won't be doing one on the 1st of August because I don't come back till the 2nd. So it's probably going to be the 4th or the 5th of August. August? What am I talking about? January, sorry. I'll do one on the 1st of December, but I won't be able to do one on the 1st of January 2027. God, that sounds miles away. So it'll probably be the 4th or the 5th once I've got back and got all my filming and my pictures and everything from Christmas and New Year. So, yeah, I'm down there until the 2nd of January. I'm really, really looking forward to it, to be honest, I really am. So yeah, that's been since my last vlog. Now, my weight and the weight journey that I'm on is absolutely doing fantastic, and I've lost over 2 stone since I started my journey 19 months ago, and I'm really, really pleased with that. I'm excited that I've managed to do it. I've managed to curb my cravings for Ben & Jerry's ice cream, because when I was at my worst I was getting through 4 or 5 tubs a week, and you work out how many calories that is and how much weight you're going to put on. And because I'm mostly sedentary, I don't get as much exercise as some people my age, because I can't. I get tired very, very quickly. If I walk into the village and walk back, I am shattered for the day. That's me done, and the village is only 10-minute walk. So yeah, but that's since my last vlog. Coming up next, I've got my, what have I got next? I've got the unboxing of my new mystery shirt, and I'll explain why it's new.
3, 2, 1.
Right, I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is, you remember I was unboxing t-shirts on here, and they were limited edition and they came with cool cards and everything. Well, unfortunately, Pedal Jungle have stopped doing them now. I don't know whether there wasn't enough demand for them or what, but they've stopped doing them. So I have started a thing called the Mystery Jersey King. And what it basically is, you get a football shirt from any club in the world every month. So let's see what I get this month, shall we? First of all, you get, oh, there you go. Get more than what I thought. A couple of packs of Match extra stickers. There'll be some good in there. I'll probably find something to do with them. Let me just open the box because it won't stay open. There you go. Mystery Jersey King. Oh, very nice, very nice. And this one is one of my, it's actually my favourite team in Italy. It's an AC Milan shirt. It's an AC Milan shirt. Wow. Let's see what we get, shall we? Better open it first, don't I? Would help. Let's see. Oh, it's a proper one as well. Wow. Yeah, it is a proper one. Get rid of all my paper, because there's a lot of it. Blimey. Never seen so much paper. Look at that beauty. Ho ho ho. Look at that. Now that is a nice football shirt. And it's even got, whoops, let me just hold it up for you. There. Milan. Hey, I tell you what, my first shirt and it's AC Milan. Woof, can't be bad. And there's the proof in case you wanted proof. AC Milan. So that's my first shirt. And I'm more than happy with that, trust me. That is a beauty. That's me excited now, isn't it, eh? Just get rid of all this paper, which is absolutely incredible how much there is. In my plastic bag. So, I have had, obviously your card that says what the shirt is. The paper, should I say, really paper. It's actually got a history of the football club on it as well. When it was founded, the league it's in, the capacity of the stadium, all stuff like that, so that's pretty good. 2 packets of Match Attacks Extra, which I will obviously find out what's in them. And 1 absolutely superb AC Milan shirt. As you can see it's even got the logo on the sleeve, look. Let me just do it. Can't do it properly. I'm all fingers tonight. Right, there you go. It is an AC Milan proper football shirt, and that is absolutely frigging fantastic. Sorry, excuse the language. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'll tell you about this subscription. I think it cost me 34. I think it's £34 a month. Now, you can't get a football shirt for £34, can you, really? Not a proper one anyway, not a legitimate one. So, £34 for a football shirt from any club in the world it can be. And I like that because you get a chance to get some shirts that you might see in the J League that you think are really, really cool, but you wouldn't be able to really buy them around where you live. So yeah, I recommend it. I've so far got an AC Milan shirt with 2 packs of stack stickers and basically a card telling me all about the football club, and that's 30, I think it's £34.95 or something. But yeah, that's my first box from MJK, and MJK stands for Mystery Jersey King. Now, the last word today is justice, and I'm not very happy actually, I'm quite angry. You will know that 2.5 years ago, nearly 3 years ago now, my wife passed away, and I do believe it was medical negligence. I believe she was given a drug that she should not have been given and that it stopped her heart, and I now have found out that there doesn't seem to be any way that I can take that further, and I am not happy about that, because I know for a fact the stuff that they wrote in their report was absolute bullshit. I know that for a fact because I was with Deb literally 24/7, and there's no way that the stuff that they said happened. There's no chance, because I was there all the time. I think that they've got away with one. I may be trying an alternative route to get this story out, because it does need to be out. Because yes, a lot of people died during COVID, I know that. This is nothing to do with that. This is the fact that when my wife went into hospital and she was seriously, seriously ill, they started getting the blood pressure and the temperature back to normal. But then they suddenly decided she'd got to have this drug called Paxlovid. And they came in, the man came in and said, look, I've talked with my colleagues outside. We don't want to have to give it to you because it's a nasty drug, but we've got to. It's hospital protocol. We have to give it to you. And so they gave her this Paxlovid. Now, if they'd have explained to her that it was an anti-COVID medication and what the repercussions could have been, there's no way she would have taken it, because me and Deb were strict anti-vaxxers. We didn't believe in it. None of us had had a vaccination or anything. We didn't believe in COVID as it was at all. So she was given this drug, and they are trying to say that literally 8 days after she, well, no, wait a minute, about 10 days after she was given it, so she had it for 5 days, and it was sort of 6 days later, 6 days after she'd taken that last dose, that her heart stopped, just like that. They tried to say that it was because she had 2 underlying heart conditions. Again, this is complete and utter bullshit, because 2 years before that, or 3 years before that, she'd done the Race for Life. Now, she did the Race for Life on the fronts, and if she'd have got a heart condition, it would have become apparent when she was running. She would have been struggling for breath. She might have even passed out. She might have ended up in hospital. But there was nothing at all there, not a thing. Now, they came out with this crap about one of the conditions could only be detected once they took the heart out the body and injected it with this certain dye. My argument to that is, you're telling me you can only tell you've got this heart condition if you're dead. Because you can't take somebody's heart out the body, inject it with dye, and then put it back in the body. It's impossible. You can't do that. So how would anybody know they got this condition? Now, it was a massive, massive cover-up. I know it was a cover-up. And I'm not bothered if I get sued for this. I don't care. You can take anything you want, because I know that justice was not served. I know that my wife died for nothing, because they were using an experimental drug, a drug that wasn't even supposed to be given to people in hospital. It was supposed to be given to people at home to stop them having to go into hospital. Now, I found all this lot out after, and I was angry, and really angry, and I was hoping that some lawyer would take this case on, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, because apparently the NHS are the NHS, and not many lawyers have got the balls to take them on. And I wonder how many more cases of injustice like this are going to happen before somebody says that enough's enough, we're not having this. Now, my wife was only 47. She'd only just turned 47 by 2 weeks. That's all. And her life was taken off her. And they tried to make out that that was her body's doing that, natural. And it is absolute garbage, complete garbage. And that's why I say justice. That's because I'm getting none. I've got none. And I can't even get justice now for my wife. They've completely got away with it, the NHS have. Now, this doctor was all charm and all nice and everything. And he was the one who came in, and yet when it was on the report, it said that this had been discussed with Deb. This drug had been discussed with Deb. But I was actually sitting in her room with her, because she was in a separate room, because she was in the ITU. I was in that room with her when the doctor came in and told her that he'd got to give it to her. He didn't even tell us what the after effects could be. He just said that they had no choice, because it was hospital protocol. And they used my wife for a guinea pig, because they wanted to see what that drug would do to somebody who'd been on chemotherapy. Now, my wife blitzed through chemotherapy, right? She was absolutely brilliant all the way through it. Yes, she lost her hair. And at the end of it, after she'd had her last dose of chemo, she got an infection and had to go in hospital. And she was in there for nearly 2 weeks altogether. But at no point did that cancer, because she had breast cancer, at no point did that affect her at all. She carried on living her life as normal. She had a bit less energy, but you'd expect that from the chemo. But she was there all the time having the chemo. I actually went with it every single time she went for chemotherapy. I went with it, and I actually sat in the waiting room, or in the little cafe that's actually in the hospital, Blackpool Victoria Hospital. And it's Blackpool Victoria Hospital that have got away with this, and I am not happy about it at all. And like I said, I'm thinking of doing exactly what I did a few years back when the DWP cancelled all of my PIP money. They cancelled it, and they didn't give me anything for 10 months or so, and I had to fight that. And I ended up fighting it by going to the independent newspaper. because they took my story seriously. And marvellously enough, within the space of 3 weeks, they suddenly re-looked at all my evidence and I got the full of everything. So yes, I know that the independent newspaper listen to people like me. They don't just listen to the bigwigs and the rich people and the people who've got money behind them. So that might be where I have to go. Sorry if I'm getting irate, but it just makes me so angry that people can get away with stuff like this just because of the company that they are, just because they're the NHS. Now, I attended a meeting with all these people, with Deb's cousin Kate and a man who represents a charity called Paul, who's in a wheelchair. And the way that that meeting went was absolutely pathetic. They denied everything. They said, no, we couldn't have done that. No, he wouldn't have done that. No, he wouldn't have done that. But I was there, and I would swear in a court of law with my hand on the Bible that everything I told them was the truth. Because there's no way I would want anything to come out of this that was because I'm lying. There's no way in a million years, because that would not be justice for Deb. That would not be true to who Deb was, because Deb was one of the most honest, beautiful, caring women you've ever met in your life. Nobody had a word to say against her. Not one person could I find that got a fault with her after she'd passed away. I wanted one person to give me one of her faults, and the only fault they could come up with was she didn't care enough about herself. She cared about everybody else before herself. And that's not a fault, is it? That's not a fault, that's caring. You can't care too much. But yeah, I'm so angry about the justice side of this, because she isn't getting justice now, and I'm just angry. I really am so angry at the NHS. And now I've said to the NHS, they can take blood from me. That is not a problem. If they take blood from me, that's okay, because they need to keep an eye on my medical conditions, diabetes, thyroid, etc, that I've got. But they are not injecting me with anything. They're putting nothing in me. I don't care even if there was a massive virus that spread across the world, and if you don't get this jab, you're dead. I don't care, mate. I would rather die than be given some of their crap what they put into your bodies. And like I said, I'm getting angry, and I shouldn't do, but it's just infuriating that I had a lovely life. I really did. Me and my wife were the happiest people you could possibly imagine. And that sounds, I know it sounds hypocritical, but we were one of those couples that literally spent all day together and never got sick of each other. We had our own hobbies and our own things we did, but we always wanted to be around each other. One of us didn't go out without the other. You know, whenever we went somewhere, we went together. We watched movies at night together. You know, we sat outside together. We had meals together. We never, I think I could actually count on one hand in the 23 years together how many arguments we had. On one hand. And yeah, I will be honest, a lot of them were my fault, because when I first got with Deb, I was a big-headed git. I was thinking that all women were going to treat me how my first wife treated me, which was disgusting and vile and horrible, and mental abuse and physical abuse, you name it. And I thought all women were going to be like that, so it hardened me, and I ended up being a bit horrible, shall we say. And I learned that suddenly this woman here didn't want to be like that with me. She wanted to actually be loving and caring. And that changed me. That changed who I was. And yeah, we became one of those couples that everybody used to say, you know, wish we were more like you, or if I meet anybody, I want them to be like you, and all this. And it's really nice that we did that. But all we did was, we didn't make an effort to be like that. It just came naturally to us because we loved being around each other. This is what makes me so angry, see? I thought me and Deb were going to grow old and grey together. Well, I've got the grey bit anyway. But old and grey together. I thought we were going to be together until we were in his 70s, 80s, and then pass away. And then a couple of days later, probably the other one of us would go. Because we loved each other that much. And I think when you love somebody like that, even though it's been nearly 3 years, I feel like she could walk through the door tomorrow. And I wanted to walk through the door tomorrow, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, that's what justice, that's what I'm on about justice. I just feel that there's not enough of it around, and if I had the money, then obviously more people would probably say, oh yeah, we can get you, we can help you out with that, but nah, because I ain't got no money. Nah, nothing, not a thing. And I feel really let down, really let down. Not by the people who were going to be helping me, but by the people higher up who have refused basically and just turned a blind eye to it and don't care really. They're just like, well, it's just another case, don't matter. You know, I mean, Kate, but she's Deb's cousin, has been absolutely brilliant. She's kept me informed, and even she's angry that, you know, this seems to have fizzled out and nobody seems to want to know about it. So I might, like I say, I might go down a different route. If you have any advice, you can always put it underneath my vlog. I'm willing to listen to anything people say because I'm just stuck at the moment and I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to think that Deb passed away for nothing, because it's that what kept me going for the first 18 months, knowing that I was going to be fighting for Deb. And now, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be fighting anything. So, on that sombre note, thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed the unboxings. The shirt was brilliant on it. The books, I've got quite a lot more books to read now, second hand and new. I hope you enjoyed the book reviews. I hope you enjoyed me since my last vlog. And if you enjoyed the part about justice, then, just leave a message underneath my vlog and then I'll know you've enjoyed the vlog and you've enjoyed watching it. But I'll do another vlog on the 1st of September. So hopefully we'll have some more nice weather. You all take care, and I'll be back soon.